I know how impossible it feels to study when you are tired. You can't focus and maybe you're even struggling to stay awake. And most of the time you end up either procrastinating until you inevitably go to sleep or trying to push through it and getting next to nothing done. However, it doesn't need to be this way. Let me tell you some tips to help you study productively when you feel too mentally and physically exhausted to do anything. The first thing to keep in mind is that in this state you are at a disadvantage. The best way to study when you feel tired is to not study. The best thing you can do is to take a nap before you start studying. And make it a relatively long nap, like an hour or an hour and a half. This way, when you wake up from it, you'll actually have the focus to get a lot of productive studying done. Or if you don't have enough time to nap, then instead you can schedule your studying sessions earlier in the day. So you're literally getting your studying done before you even get tired. This could even mean sleeping and waking up an hour or two earlier and doing your studying in the early morning before anything else. That being said, if you have to study and you feel tired, then you need to figure out and prioritize the most important tasks. Break it down into small steps that you can walk through and do the easier things first. Because if you start with the harder things, then you might get overwhelmed and frustrated, and then you'll end up not accomplishing anything. Studying when you're tired is like driving a car with a nearly empty gas tank. You can still make it to your destination, but you need to just drive in a straight line as efficiently as possible. Only do the things that you absolutely need to do. You can't afford to take detours or to do things that will not lead you to your destination. In addition, forms of active learning will make you more alert than forms of passive learning. Passive learning is things like just reading the textbook or listening to lectures. You'll probably fall asleep while doing that. But active learning in the form of like active recall, answering practice questions, refinement technique, elaborative interrogation, these things will always make you more alert and engaged, even if you're tired. And if your tiredness is making you feel too unmotivated to even begin, then you can try doing the 5-minute rule. I have a video on it, so you can check that out. Other things that you can do is like fixing your posture. Make sure you're like sitting upright at the table. Make sure you're in a bright environment and drink lots of water because dehydration will just make you feel more tired. Drinking coffee is controversial. It could give you an increased alertness, but then you'll have to deal with the caffeine crash you get from it. And of course, if you're using it late in the day, it might even ruin your sleep schedule. But again, if you're feeling too tired, then it's better not to force yourself. Like I said, the best thing you can do when you're tired is to just take a nap and study when you don't feel tired. And if you're watching this in order to cram for an exam, I already have a cramming guide on this channel that you can check out. Otherwise, if you want to get top grades while only studying 1 hour per day, then you should check out my ebook, first link in the description. And if you found this content helpful, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. Do your best out there and good luck.